15 ringgit.
And then right here, cái này nó cũng phải học là long hoa bằng
诶 what's that? So colourful.
Dairy farm, huh?
Yeah. Hi.
To this bird park. Next, you can go to the Kampung Rasli,
Okay.
and then to the goat meat processing center.
Fried chicken species uses.
They keep temperature in about 37.5 Celsius,
We got this one over already, 37.9 already.
but it's okay. So in this temperature is 3 egg, which is a goose, duck, and chicken. Also can see the chicken the area.
Can touch the belly.
Can touch.
Oh, so smooth. Oh, so cute.
You can put the brown pellet to your palm and just give it to the deer.
Wow.
Messy eater.
Ah! Oh my god. All your saliva. Yeah.
Follow the king.
You walk lah, you walk. See them follow you.
But what do they usually eat? Also pellet.
Not easy eh, not easy. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. So helpless. You don't become very helpless. Got you.
Female.
Female. Wow. Ayam kampung.
Ayam kampung.
Yeah, this is the one that you can fry.
If you want to put
Presents.
Hey, that one very excited. I think they are hungry. They're hungry. Whoa. Yeah, it doesn't like it.
Always.
Oh, he's out.
I see.
Hey.
More seafood.
Ooh.
Hey, trying to rip off my top.
Yay!
How long will the food be? So they need to eat it in about 12 to 15 years only. Not enough people. You can
Oh,
take one
original.
spoon.
Okay.
Ah, you don't like goat milk, right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow, the smell.
Show me the money.
Ayo, so cute. Super cute 呀，真的很像 baby 耶。哎，relax relax。Oh my god. Hey, why you fighting? Come here, give you. 哎，吃饱了没有？擦嘴巴。OK, next. 呀，我的倒沙片他很在强调，
喂，
还hold的倒沙片。
Because the wine we just
Oh.
Yeah,
它这
like
个是红的
oh, like
它这
durian
样才
啊。
有熟。
啊，
它一开始是青色变，你有种啊，你看那个种
你不要分享。
现在。
花姐哪来啊？
哪来？你问这一句肯定有疑问。